In Auckland's Pukekohe, it's down to the finishing touches as the council prepares to open its first dog adoption centre on Saturday. Shelter manager Carly Trishka explains the centre will take some of the strain off shelters in Silverdale, Henderson and Manukau, already at capacity, taking in just over 40 dogs at a time and giving them a second chance.
By taking in dogs that are adoptable, we give them a lot of support, a lot of training. We spend a lot of time with the dogs to try and help them be the best dogs they can be for their new families.
You can do it. You can do it. Yay! Good girl.
The centre will be solely focused on training and nurturing the dogs for adoption, something not possible until now.
Those 3 shelters do an amazing job caring for the dogs, but unfortunately they're also looking after dogs that have been impounded. They're looking after dogs that have been found roaming, aggressive dogs.
After a temperament test around toys, food and strangers, dogs that pass come here to Pukekohe. Over 8,000 dogs were taken in by council shelters in the 12 months to October last year, and only 43% were reclaimed by their owners.
Since COVID, there has been a huge boom in the dog population. This then also means that there's a huge increase in roaming dogs, there's been an increase in attacks. So the adoption centre is set up to help create a little bit more space at those shelters. They can now hold more of those dogs that need to be off the streets.
Training then begins, learning basic commands and socialising at local shopping centres and parks. Despite the centre not officially opening till Saturday, 6 dogs have already been adopted, and the owners are reaping the rewards of that training.
One of the owners has emailed us back and said how happy they are that their dog is a lot calmer than they expected, has a few basic manners already in place, so has made that dog fit into their home really quickly, which they didn't expect necessarily from a council or a pound dog.
So in here we have a couple of our more puppy-sized pups. We have Peaches, she's about 2 months old. We have Aspen, who's also about 2 months old. And then way down at the back there we have a German Shepherd puppy named Lance.
Kylie Mossy is one of the animal shelter officers at the adoption centre. She says each of the dogs has their own personality and it's hard not to get attached.
Lance came in, he has been with us for about, I'd say 3 weeks now, and he is just full of energy. He's one of those pups where he came in and was a little bit shy, a little unsure, but has just really opened up in terms of being just such a fun-loving dog. Because he's a German Shepherd, he has those like massive radar sort of ears. He is the kind of dog that is going to hopefully grow into them when he gets a bit older. But right now they act as a wonderful way to make sure he's paying attention to you.
From pit bull to pug, Kylie says there's no discrimination on breed, age, sex or colour. They want to give every pooch a chance at adoption. For those interested, she says don't judge a dog by its cover. Come on down and get to know them first.
You can't judge a dog by, especially just its photo. So coming in, seeing what they're like when they are out playing, how they interact with toys, other dogs, stuff like that. You really get to know them inside and out and get to know each of their own little personalities by actually going to see the dogs.
Long-term plans for the centre include school visits, family events and public education programs for responsible pet ownership. The centre officially opens tomorrow with the opportunity to pat and play with the dogs, with hopes it will bring them one step closer to their forever homes.